Queen's Counsel Kenneth Morplazy says in his 52 years of practicing law in St. Lucia, this is the first time a St. Lucian government has been brought to court over a cabinet conclusion. The Queen's Counsel, along with Alberton Richlow, is the attorneys representing the government in the matter brought by opposition leader Dr. Kenny Anthony. The opposition leader is seeking judicial review of a 2008 cabinet conclusion he says illegally granted tax concessions to Health Minister Dr. Keith Mondesi over what the opposition says is his private residence in Bonte. Dr. Anthony is represented by Queen's Counsel Anthony Astafan with Renee St. Rose and Leslie Mondesi.
We filed an application for judicial review because, one, the Controller of Customs had sought an advice from the Attorney General, which we are not sure what happened. And then secondly, Dr. Anthony, as the leader of the opposition in the Parliament, also wrote the Honourable Attorney General in relation to this matter, pointing out his deep-rooted concerns as to the rule of law. No reply was received, as a result of which an application for judicial review was filed. For leave for judicial review, meaning that we wanted the opportunity to go to the court in open court with all of the evidence, right to cross-examination and discovery, in order to get to the very root of the matter.
The case was adjourned until February 13th, an adjournment that was sought by the government's counsel. Morplazy says he needed sufficient time to prepare for what is a very important matter.
Look at this volume of stuff that I have to go through in 2 days. Mr. Astafan had weeks to prepare that, and I have to go and answer this in 2 days. I'm no. I don't think anybody would think that I'm unreasonable to request an adjournment on this matter. I mean, the court has to be fair and balanced. So I get documents on Tuesday, midday or in the afternoon, to prepare documents for Thursday morning, a matter of this gravity and importance concerning a government of St. Lucia, challenging a decision of cabinet. You can't treat that thing lightly. I don't expect anybody to treat it lightly.
The government was also made to pay Dr. Anthony $2,500 because of the adjournment. Dominican-based Astafan is said to be the specialist in these types of matters. He says he would not have taken the case if he did not think he could win it.
And indeed, in the more recent case in HMB Holdings and from Antigua, in which I was involved, and the 2 cent matter which went to the Privy Council from St. Vincent, in which I was involved, the Privy Council on both occasions held that cabinet decisions are subject to judicial review on the basis of improper motive, bad faith, or failure to comply with the rule of law and also with conditions imposed by statute.
If Astafan and Dr. Anthony are successful, what would it mean? The Queen's Counsel says, along with establishing precedents in St. Lucia, it would also render the cabinet's conclusion null and void.
The cabinet conclusion, if we were to succeed, would be held to be null and void. It would then leave the Controller of Customs unshackled by his concerns as to the effect of that decision in furthering his inquiries and possible action against the minister, who the record indicates, and I don't think that could be at all in dispute, had met on more than one occasions with members of officers of the Customs and Excise Division.
Dr. Anthony first stated his intention to take the government to court at a public meeting. He says this action proves that he always means what he says and keeps his word. Carmi Joseph, HTS News, Channel 4.